In 100 feet, make a left turn for Nosey Bitches.
It's Bob and Jenna. We're nosy bitches. It's Bob and Jenna. Come take a listen. It's Bob and Jenna, the nosy bitches.
Welcome back to another episode of Nosey Bitches. I'm your co-host, Bob.
And I'm your other co-host, Jenna.
And let's shout out to all of our listeners for the first episode and starting with us on this journey.
Thanks, guys. I'm super excited. It's very surreal because we've talked about this for so long, and to actually finally start it and have our friends and family listen to it and have feedback and stuff. It's really cool.
Shout out to my mom. Even though she knows I cuss like a sailor, I still know it was hard for you to hear me saying fuck so many times.
Do you remember when you were friends with my dad on Facebook and he deleted?
Yes. He deleted me like a hot minute after I added him because we were cussing so much.
Maybe the same day or the next day. He called me. He's like, "Then I'm gonna have to delete. I had to delete your friend. He cusses too." I'm like, "Who are you, Melvin?"
Friggin' Melvin. Rest in peace, Melvin.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know about you, but
how was your week?
It has been freaking cold up here.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe Kansas City played in that weather.
Bitch, let me tell you, when I took Duke out for a walk today, my fucking nose hairs were freezing. I'm like, it is no joke having a dog right now in this weather.
I know. We went to the Blues game last night, and on the way back to the car, my nose hairs were frozen. And you know, that feeling when your eyebrows get frozen? I felt like that guy. I felt like the on Santa Claus 3. I don't know his name in the...
Oh, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. How stupid am I?
Jack Frost was snipping at your nose.
Yes. How was your week?
Nothing like... the week was okay. You know, I don't think any complaints so far except for the cold weather and the snow.
I need a snow
What about you?
Well, I need a snow day. My week was very long.
Well,
it never ended. I had meetings Monday through Thursday. So finally on Friday, I had a planned time to myself, which was nice. So come on, snow
always
days.
Necessary. I was actually supposed to go out of town this weekend, but the cold weather and snow really put a damper on that.
Where were you going? Why'd you cancel?
I was going to well, I had to cancel. I was going to Portland and Seattle. I was supposed to fly out Tuesday.
Oh.
But my flights kept getting canceled to the point where I wasn't going to get there till Wednesday, and at that point, I was going to miss a portion of my meeting. So, looks like I'm staying in town.
Boo.
For sure. So, let's get into hometown horrors. We actually had a fan. Should we say names?
No. Just a fan.
No. Okay. Well. We had a fan on Facebook lead us in direction of a local winery back home that shut down, and it's kind of juicy.
It is juicy, and it's one of my other best friends' favorite places to celebrate his birthday, and I'm depressed about it. Where are we gonna go for your birthday? Because that's all.
Should we say the name of this place, or are we gonna?
Yeah, Crown Valley Brewery. I'm not ashamed.
Crown Valley Brewery in St. John, Missouri, shut its doors last week.
It's sad, but they were making people sick, I guess.
But they're dirty as fuck, apparently.
Have bacteria in their coffee.
Rumor has it
all their alcohol or just the coffee?
Let's see. Let's see what the website said. Missouri Crown Valley Winery being sued over bacteria in iced coffee. So this was back in March of last year. More than 14,000 cases of iced coffee that Crown Valley had canned had to be destroyed. And this was alcoholic iced coffee. And it says that they were being sued for $20 million in damages. So that's probably why they had to shut their doors.
But
so they've been brewing and serving dirty alcohol for almost a year.
And I'm I was just there last May, And I have to have like one of their ciders when they go because they're so good. And I'm like grossed out.
Bitch, you had E.
And
coli.
we were just there for my friend's birthday. So
Did you drink any iced coffee?
well, no, I was pregnant still. So
Shout out to the baby in the womb.
yeah. It's probably the bacteria's fault.
So you're saying you got pregnant due to bacteria in the alcohol?
It offset all the precautions that were being taken. That's what I'm saying. Where can I sign for the lawsuit?
And when your child gets older, that will be the story you tell them.
I'm trying to get a check.
You hear that, Crown Valley? We need that check.
Make it out to me.
Jenna D, the nosy bitch. Oh, it's a shame because apparently,
because it's sad.
But they're dirty as fuck. They're not nosy bitches; they're dirty bitches.
Okay, tell me about what your sister came in or was telling you.
It's not much, but it's juicy. So if anybody who knows us, they know where we're from. I won't say the name, but you can look it up because what if they come after me for this?
I don't think they. I don't think you're the targeted audience.
Not yet. But apparently, my sister works at a florist in our hometown, and a woman came in and was telling her about allegedly. Let's say allegedly, a woman came in and said her father was a priest, but he was also a leader of the KKK. But she was claiming he was still a good person at the same time.
If you know where we're from, the KKK hangs out on the corner sometimes. It's very scary and creepy. Well, members of the KKK.
So the KKK is in the... Well, I guess it makes sense if you think about it. KKK and the priest, like, maybe he's just really like strict and conservative with his beliefs and thinks the KKK is the way to go.
I know many preachers and priests too are not racist, so I don't think that's
to each their own.
Part of the Christian belief. Let's not get things.
It's not. But hey, scratch that. We love you, everybody. Hey, but if you know this person, shoot us a DM because we need to know more.
We need to know who it is. We need names.
We need to know.
We're nosy.
We won't say who it is. We're nosy.
We won't name names. Who it is. Unless you're like, oh yeah, you can say me.
Unless you're like, it's my father, and I'm cool with that.
You can say it.
And then, hey, shit, maybe we'll have you on the pod.
I don't really have any like hometown. I did have a friend who was telling me about like her. I can't remember if it was like a friend, sister-in-law, sister, but she was telling me how like they'll go out to eat with them, and then years later they'll try to like go to the same place, and she'll be like, remember this? Remember when we went there 10 years ago and it was disgusting? I'm like, who's holding a grudge that long for a restaurant? That's the only like hometown story I have this week. It's pretty boring.
Are they back from home though?
No.
Okay then.
No.
Can we say the restaurant she was at?
She didn't tell us the restaurant. But we were just like, come on.
Listen, 10 years ago a restaurant could be completely different. They could have had that one dude from Bar Makeover get in there and fix that shit, and it'd be a whole different place.
10 years ago, Steak and Shake was still popping. Now,
oh my God, Steak and Shake on every corner in St. Louis.
And now there's like none.
Now you can't even find them. Hey, shout out to Steak and Shake, RIP. That was our college years and our high school years.
That was. Oh my gosh, cheese fries.
Late nights at Steak and Shake.
Oh, I miss them. Like I would go there and they would know my order. Like I didn't even have to order. because the waitress that always waits for me was there.
The crazy one's back.
Okay, let's move on to.
So what's going on in celebrity gossip these days? What you got?
Okay, so first, did he not go into the Grammys? All I know is that screams guilty.
Should we talk about Diddy? Because if he hears this pod, what if he comes after us? Because he could have had Biggie killed. He could have had Pac killed. What if he has the Nosey Bitches killed?
That'll be a boring day in a lot of people's lives then when we're no longer.
So Diddy,
I think he's coming
AF.
after. I think he's coming after other people before us. Maybe like Cat Williams, since he did that interview.
For sure. But you know what they say: when you get defensive, you're guilty.
You don't show up, you're guilty. You're embarrassed to show your face.
You up right away, and you pay Cassie $20 bajillion million after the lawsuit. Guilty.
That's because she had it.
Hush money is guilt money.
Guilt money.
Well, when you're in a 10-year relationship and he's like recording you having sex with prostitutes, evidence.
That's really. I feel bad for her.
It's just like the whole R. Kelly thing. Stockholm syndrome is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You need to be strong, independent women who don't need no man in their life. You strong bitches.
That's how I was raised. My dad thought I was a lesbian for a minute.
I thought you were American.
Hey, we all go through that phase.
I'm like, Dad, I can assure you I'm not. I'm glad he knew that before.
Shout out Melvin.
Shout out Melvin. My dad's getting a lot of airtime today.
Hey, it's all right. Hey, maybe we should shout out the parents more often because we need them to listen.
Yeah. We need all listeners from all ends of the spectrum.
Parents, nosy bitches, snitches, racist priests.
No. Snitches.
Tune in. We don't want
we hate everyone. Remember, we don't discriminate.
Snitches. We don't discriminate, but we discriminate against snitches. What about the new iPhone, or not the new iPhone, but the iPhone came out 17 years ago this week. Wild.
2007.
Do you remember your first iPhone?
Yeah, it was in 2000.
17 years ago.
I think it was in 2012. I got it like 5 years later.
2007.
But I didn't get my first iPhone until 2000. Remember, I didn't even have texting until my freshman year in college.
That's true. Oh, let's throw it back to senior year in high school. I got my first iPhone 09, I think freshman year of college. But let's talk about texting. And remember senior year of high school, chemistry class, when I texted Derek Gibson's phone and Miss Rawson had it in her hand.
Miss Rawson's like on her. Miss Rawson, she took his phone away. And she's like, Derek?
And she was looking.
You just got a text from
Derek?
Bob? Or was it the other way around? Was it Bob? You just got a text?
That was how it went. No, she was looking at it was Derek had one of the first iPhones, and she was watching a video on it, and I texted him, and because Derek Gibson was a huge fan of the Tourette's. Don't talk shit about
Total, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, because he was a big fan of the Tourette's dude on YouTube, and that was one of the things he would say.
I have a good memory.
Stupid me. Shout out to the iPhone. Now, anybody who doesn't have an iPhone is now sketchy. Like that is a serial killer trait. If you don't have an iPhone,
trust you.
If you have a green bubble, Hey, but if you have a green bubble, keep listening. We still love you.
Keep listening, and you'll get your coupon for an Apple iPhone at the end of this podcast. I'm just kidding.
It might be a virus. It might be a scam. But you'll get that coupon from Amazon.
Speaking of coupons, okay, this is funny. This has nothing to do with celebrity gossip, but we were going to CC's up here one day, and my sister's like, "Here, I'll send you a coupon." And so she sent me a coupon, but it wasn't a legit coupon because when I walked in, they're like, "We don't have this button," and I'm like, "What the heck?" And so I was just like, "Okay, forget it, never mind." And then come to find out, she just like Googled it and sent me a picture of a coupon from like 2012. I'm like, you cannot be doing that. Like, one, I get like anxiety and stuff, and I was just like, okay, like if you don't have the button, don't worry about it. Let's go. Like it's CC's, it's not that expensive anyway. But I was just like, my gosh. So yeah.
How expensive is CC's pizza these days, anyways? Like,
I don't know. Like, that's like $28 when we go and get 2 adult buffets and 2 drinks. That's not bad.
Okay, but it used to be like $6 for an adult.
Yeah.
Inflation.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my, I'm crying. Nothing like a phony coupon to embarrass yourself. Which sister was it? Let's shout her out. Let's put her on blast.
Shout out Kaylee. The baby.
Oh, Kaylee the baby with the fake coupon.
Kaylee baby fake coupon. Oh goodness!
You know what? There was some celebrity drama out there with Kylie and Timothy and Selena,
but then really say no.
Come out to be, but apparently it came out to be fake. Okay. So it's like, do we really want to talk about it because fake news?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was kind of hoping Kylie was. I feel like that bitch.
I feel like they're always trying to make everyone look bad.
So you don't think it's true?
You really think she said no? You can't have a picture with him.
Maybe she's Maybe she's just jealous out there.
I don't think.
And if anybody who has seen Only Murders in the Building knows, Selena Gomez is that bitch.
She is, and everyone talks shit about her, but I love her.
For what? Like, what has she done? She stays quiet.
They have it twisted. They say that she talks about Haley and wants to be Haley, but it's the other way around. Like, Haley's always like copying.
Haley cannot keep her name out of her mouth.
Haley can't have her own ideas. She does everything Selena does. So that's that on that.
Shout out Selena stans. We love you. Haley stans, come for us because we'll come for you.
Exactly. Boom.
Kylie stans, come for us too because we'll come for you, you bitches.
Actually, the Kardashian-Jenner family is my guilty pleasure. I love them.
Oh, then don't come for us. Don't come for us. Scott Disick, he is Lord a funny Disick, guy. So
do not come for us. And then I also was just like,
anything else?
I felt like Taylor was in bad vibes. Like, she wasn't able to take that guy's jokes, and it seemed like everybody hated his jokes. But like when I saw her, like, his joke, was it stupid? Yeah, but she was just like, I'm like, yes. Okay, stick in the mud. Take a joke. People are too serious.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He got the gig 9 days prior to hosting, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Were his jokes very funny? Not really. No. I think people were laughing just to laugh.
Because they had
maybe to not make the mood so sour. Yeah. They're like, if you don't laugh, you don't get your grab bag of goodies.
You didn't laugh, no bag for you.
And they just go for the goodies. If you don't get an award, you're just there for the bag full of expensive stuff.
Exactly.
That fancy foot cream, that face mask.
It's so stupid.
How do you think they stay so vibrant and pretty?
Rich people give all rich people their expensive shit like they can't afford it. No, us poor people need the goodie bags. We need the free items.
You know what? There's nothing rich people love more than free shit.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. The rich stay rich because they don't spend money. They like free stuff for a reason.
Yep. In other awards news. Keke Palmer. I'm so proud of her.
Shout out Queen. We love Kiki.
Which I don't watch Password, but I'm proud of her because she was the
But you
first.
should. That shit is so funny.
The first woman to win in her category since 2009, and then the first Black woman to be nominated and win in that category. I think
for hosting a game show,
yeah,
right?
I think in that
I think it was
category.
hosting a game show.
So go Keke.
You know,
she's making a comeback.
You know what? One of my favorite
after all the baby daddy drama.
One of my favorite Keke Palmer movies, Akilah and the Bee.
I was just gonna say,
don't know why.
I love that.
Oh my god, great movie! Cry every single time she wins the fucking bee. I'm like bawling like a baby, even though I know it's gonna happen.
I feel like I watch it around my school spelling bee time because my school spelling bee is coming up this coming up Friday for my kids, and one of my students is gonna be in the spelling bee, and I'll probably watch it because I just love it.
Is that a movie that's school appropriate?
I don't know. I watch it myself. I've never like watched it with my kids.
We're not showing the students. Okay, we're not showing the students. Gotcha. But hey, in other movie news, we all know what movie came out this week. I need to know your opinion. So we went to see Mean Girls the musical this afternoon. Okay.
I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom now, guys.
Nope, because she's a mom to be.
I feel it. 28 weeks tomorrow.
Hopefully your baby doesn't come out like Regina George, because that would be woof. But I laughed, but I was kind of disappointed in the movie.
Hold on, I have to ask. What would you give it on a 1 to 10?
I would give it probably a 6.5.
Okay, I told Antonio 6 or 7. So at least we're on the same like wavelength. There were
Go ahead.
There were a couple of things missing that ticked me off because I'm like, how can you change it? Like one of my favorite parts is when Ian goes into the girls' bathroom and they're like, "You can't be in here. What are you doing in here?" And they're like, "Danny DeVito, I love your work." And
Danny DeVito.
Shout out Danny DeVito. But I was upset because I'm just like I felt like they were trying to be like all like politically correct and like, you know, like
more woke. Yeah.
Yeah, like guys can go in the girls' bathroom these days. Like, and so I was just like, okay, you took one of my favorite parts out of the movie for sake of wokeness. Annoying. And then there was a lot of little pieces missing.
The actress who played Karen, they tried too hard with her to be dumb in this movie versus the original.
Okay. Karen and Gretchen should have been switched.
Yes, switched 100%.
I'm like
100%.
I felt like they were.
That's what I thought when I saw the casting.
I thought I was gonna hate Damien because at the very beginning he was annoying me in their little TikTok video, but I ended up actually liking him a little bit.
I think he was the star of the movie.
I liked when he was like,
besides Renee Rapp. Renee Rapp was an excellent Regina.
I loved her. I love when Damien was like hetero allyship. I'm a hetero ally.
I love that they still kept she doesn't even go here. Like, that's a classic Damien line, you know?
Yes. If they didn't put that in there, I was going to be ticked.
But I think they did Janice a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the original actor
wasn't as grungy.
Did better. Like, she was like, didn't seem to be like as
like a chip on her shoulder,
angry at Regina.
Yeah.
Like when she in the original, when she went to the party and she saw Katie out in the street, she's like, "You dirty rat," and she didn't even do that. Like,
you dirty little.
This was your whole plan. Yeah. Shout out Mike and Angelina's.
Dirty little hamster.
Like, they could have. I get it. Like, they had to make the movie different than the original. But
yeah.
I feel as if
with it being a musical already, I thought
certain characters justice.
Yes, with it being a musical, like I expected like most of the like verbiage to be the same. But whatever. 6 or 7 is not bad.
Oh, spoiler! We're about to put a spoiler out there. So if you haven't seen Mean Girls the musical, you don't want to hear spoilers, skip ahead. But what did you think about that cameo at the end?
Hold on, of who?
Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, I liked it. I was glad that she was in it somehow.
I'm like, if they had to get one, that was probably one to do it.
And I feel like Rachel McAdams hasn't had anything to do with Mean Girls since it's been over. So I wasn't expecting anything from her.
Right. Like, she wasn't in the Christmas commercial. She doesn't. I feel like she associates with them, but like she doesn't want to be like associated with like Mean Girls as her thing.
I think she probably got tired of being associated with Mean Girls. So she like stepped away and never attached herself to it again.
Which is okay. You know, people get like cast typed as certain characters after they play certain roles. Like, so maybe she didn't want to be known as the mean girl.
I guess. But Renee Rapp, I loved her. Her song, her song was my favorite out of all the songs.
Which one?
My name's Regina.
Which one?
George.
Yeah. Are we talking about the?
I love that Meg was in there.
Found out, or when she was introducing herself. Yes.
Well, it's both. I think it's both.
She was in there twice.
I think, yeah, but I'm saying like the song was played a couple of times in there.
Right at the beginning. So at the beginning, that song they cut it down because Gretchen and Karen were supposed to have parts in that song as well. Gretchen talks about how like she's in Regina's shadow, but she's still just as fun if I've had alcohol. And then Karen's like, my name's Karen. I'm so pretty. I'm kind of stupid. That's it. So I think it would have been a little more fun if they would have had that. Because if you've never seen Mean Girls, like you don't know about these people. Like they have where like Gretchen's got big hair because she's full of secrets, and Karen once put a D in the word orange. But like.
But also, if you've never seen Mean Girls, that's your serial killer trait.
Right.
Right?
Anybody in like the early 2000s was quoting Mean Girls.
My brother quotes Mean Girls because I've watched it so much. He knows it too.
It's still like my everyday, maybe not my everyday, but maybe like my every week vocabulary.
There's something. I say something about Mean Girls. Yeah, same. I do sing Hillary Duff's Hey Now, Hey Now. This is what dreams are made of every day. Every day. It comes into my brain.
As you fucking should. Shout out Lizzie McGuire movie. That movie was iconic.
Sing for me, pal.
Iconic. And if you don't know, if you know, you know.
Go ahead. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm excited to talk about what? I'm excited to talk about the Traitors. The Traitors.
Oh, did you watch? Did you fucking watch?
Yes, I watched. And it's just so good.
Before we start, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Traitors.
I don't think we have to spoil it, but we might just on accident.
Okay.
So, but I feel like if you haven't watched this show, you should. But let me give you the premise. So it's all these celebrities. How many? Do you know how many off the top of your head?
21, maybe I think, in this season.
Okay. So all these celebrities, be it reality TV, like game show, like reality TV, athletes, kids, kids' girlfriends. Like they have all these people on there and they get introduced and they mingle around. It gives me like Clue vibes. Would you agree?
It's very like who done it, like murder mystery Clue, yeah.
Yes. And so they all have to figure out like who the traitor is and try to banish them. And the host of the show like picks the first original two traitors, and then they have to bring someone else in. They decide another traitor. And so they have round tables where they try to banish the traitor, but so far they haven't banished any of the traitors. So I love that Phaedra said Donnie Bananas gives her Repo Man vibes.
Die! I told you she was the best. Like she had the best confessionals and whatnot so far.
So She gives him, or he gives her Repo Man vibes, and I couldn't stop thinking about that episode of Lizard Lick Towing that we always like that I send to you every time.
Is it Are we talking about Bernice?
Yes. Wasn't it Lizard Lick Towing?
I don't know. Is it the episode where Bernice gets hit by a car and falls off the parking garage?
The garage? Yes. And then she pops back.
Yes, Bernice.
Okay. That I don't want to get off track because I could talk about that for a minute. But I think it's weird that Larsa and Marcus are there together because they'd be my first targets, whether they were traitors or not.
For sure.
You have like 100%. A built-in confidant.
Couples always got to go. 100%.
And then,
but you know what? If I were a traitor and I had a partner on there, I would go about it the way Sierra from Survivor did, and I would cut their throat like she voted her mom out. Like nobody would ever suspect Larsa was Marcus, like cut his throat and was a traitor.
Right. And then I don't know if you ever watched Shah's of Sunset before. That was a show on Bravo, but MJ is from that show. So MJ, girl is good. And then Janelle killed me when she was like, Janelle killed me when she went for the shield, like the first shield, and she's like, I feel like Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
And then
she said, "Fuck all these other players. I need safety."
And then Tamara, I'm like, you're so annoying, Tamara. Which her and Vicky have beef from Real Housewives of Orange County. And Vicky apparently, or I saw it, not apparently. Vicky tweeted saying like, I can't believe like she's on here or something like that. And Tamara retweeted her back and was like, yeah, better luck next time or something like I was picked over you or something. But Tamara was annoying because I'm like, John is not the traitor. Like this English like politician man is the least of your guys' worries, and everyone's like so stuck on like him being this traitor. He reminds me of the freaking weirdo. He reminds me of the creepy man on Christmas with the Cranks that like is everywhere.
Okay.
That shows up to the party, and he's like supposed to be like Santa and stuff. So then like she thought she was so smart. Like, John, do you have your inhaler? He's like, no, sorry, I don't have an inhaler. Like, I mean,
I would have probably did that too. But you saw how the old geezer was running. Like, you have asthma and you're in an all-out sprint.
But he did tell Janelle that he had asthma, I think, or breathing problems. I can't remember. And then Peppermint.
But in a show where it's like who done it, you're trying to find out who did it. Like you're gonna put blame on everybody so they don't put the blame on you.
Yeah. So then I know Peppermint got on your nerves, but I was like rooting for her, and I was so annoyed by her calling herself a traitor. I'm like, you're so dumb. Like now you've made the target even bigger on your back from Trishelle, which Trishelle apparently reached out. She sent a screenshot on Twitter. She reached out to Peppermint and said, like, I'm sorry how things went down, this and that. But it didn't show a response from Peppermint, so Peppermint's still pissed. Peppermint Patty's pissed.
Peppermint Patty's pissed. But you know what? Trichelle's a messy bitch. Like on any show I've ever watched with her, she is annoying.
It's like no wonder you and
she's like
still have bad blood.
But but it's been good so far. Yeah. You know what? There was like 4 or 5 contestants on there who was like, they got to be traitors. Dan, Sandra, Parv, Janelle, Johnny Bananas. Those were the 5. I was like, these people have to be traitors.
I was very caught off guard by Phaedra, but Phaedra's a really good traitor. I knew Dan, like my number 1 was like, Dan has to be a traitor. And then I saw people on.
But he's playing. Dan is like hurting himself by not talking. Like I get that's his personality, but like you're putting a target on your back.
But I'm glad Parvati told him because now he can like fix it. Like just throw people under the bus and be like, yeah, I think so and so's a traitor. Like who cares? And then CT, he's like, I don't have an effing clue what's going on. Like he's like, I don't know. CT, and I can't handle his outfits. He looks like the little leprechaun off of Luck of the Irish.
The scarf around his neck.
And his short pants and his tall shoes. So then, with Dan, Yeah, I guess there's spoiler alert. Spoiler alerts. Marcus and Max were noted, like they were the first ones to notice that he was quiet at the round table, the very first one.
Right.
And guess who are both gone?
So they were smart. They were smart to go after Marcus because
Marcus and Max are both gone.
Dan was like, yeah.
So I'm like, Dan knows what he's doing.
Wild.
He knows how to get rid of people without like actually doing it. But
so who do you think's gonna drink the chalice? Like,
that like left me on the edge of my seat. Like I was stressful. She said she
like,
saw
of course
who.
they're gonna end on a cliffhanger.
She said she sees her target, and I'm like, my prediction it has to be Bergie or Peter because she sees them as like stupid.
I would agree. They're weak. Yes.
And they were annoying me not listening to Bergie because Bergie like had the pattern down for the game, for that light game.
He killed that mission.
And I'm just like, no one's listening to him. I felt bad for him. Deontay killed me. He goes, when he was talking about Max at the round table, he's like, "Your nervous energy." Because he was like, he started like calling other people out. And then Deontay's crying.
He was just laughing the whole time. Right, like you signed up for this show. Like, let's stop being a bitch.
Seriously, I was just like, oh my God. And Antonio was like, "Are you wouldn't cry?" I'm like, no. It's the point of the game.
No, I knew what I got myself into.
But yeah, I think MJ is really, she's very keen, and I think her and Larsa, if they like can team up and convince people that it's Dan, I think it might happen. I don't want to see him go.
So let's throw predictions out there. Does a faithful or a traitor win? And if so, who do you think's gonna make it till the end?
If a traitor wins, I think it'll be Parvati.
I agree. I think either her or Phaedra are. Dan's not going to make it to the finale.
Because Phaedra is knowing what you know. Like if you know Dan's 2 seasons of Big Brother, you don't let him get to the end. But like Phaedra's so quiet.
Or
like,
you let him get to the end and he slit his throat.
But Phaedra's quiet as well, and she's not getting as much flack. Like she'll talk,
because she socializes with the other housewives.
Yeah. But yeah, Max was weird though. Max gave off weird vibes to before when Dan was talking to Sandra in that room, and he like went in, and they're like, "Come in," and he's like, "No," and he backs up.
He walked in and walked right back out.
But he did the same thing when the big group was talking. He went in on the last episode, and when they were talking about, I don't know what they were talking about, but he went in. They're like, "Come on, like we're talking, we're all just talking," and he's like, "No," and he like backs up, and I'm like, "Okay, weirdo. Like I would think something was up with you too." So he did it to himself. I don't feel bad.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Whatever. I do have a few things I want to shout out before we move to the next thing.
Okay.
If you haven't seen the movie Saltburn, holy fucking shit. I've seen people on Twitter talking about Saltburn, on TikTok talking about Saltburn. I think his last name is pronounced so Barry Kogan, if I'm correctly saying it. He does some obscene fucking things in this movie. I'll tell you the 3 obscene things he does, and then you need to watch it for yourself.
I don't know if I have the right movie. Is this the movie where the like rich family takes in this kid?
For the summer, yeah.
Okay.
So the first obscene thing he does is he drinks the bathwater of his friend's tub after he gets out.
Ugh.
Like, gets down there, starts slurping the bathwater. Second, he sees his friend's sister out on a bench at the end of the night, and it's her time of the month, and he still does stuff with her.
Oh.
Like, we'll leave it at that. And then the third obscene thing is his friend passes away, and he fucks the dirt pile above his like casket. I'm like, who in their right mind wrote this movie? Like, it was good, but I'm like, what? In their right mind. Mom, don't watch this movie.
It's not someone in their right mind writing this shit, though. Clearly.
Oh my god. So if you have Amazon Prime, go check out Saltburn. It will blow your mind. And then
Okay, so
we
what's
have
the other
a
thing?
moment of silence for
Oh no,
a
who?
moment of silence for the muscle dude from Grown Ups from the water park.
Aw,
Do you remember him with the
yes.
squeaky voice?
I love grown-ups.
Passed away this week apparently.
All
And
right.
I can confirm it because I saw it on the internet, so we're not just guessing if he died or not.
Moment of silence. I'm not laughing. Moment of silence.
Moment of silence over with.
That wasn't silent.
We're terrible
Okay,
people.
seriously. Moment of,
All right,
be
let's start now.
respectful. Moment of silence. Okay, we're done.
My new favorite segment, moment of silence. We don't know if they died
Moment
or
of
not.
silence. Someone dies all the time. It's like every week someone new's dead. I promise I'm not
Right,
morbid.
right.
I'm just
You
numb.
know,
I'm just numb, people.
you know what people make me numb? Speaking of numbness, the fucking Stanley Cup people.
Okay, hold on,
I
because
want to take that Stanley Cup and bash my head in and make
I
myself
want to bash
numb.
their head in. Okay, if you own a Stanley Cup, I don't hate you because you own a Stanley Cup. It's like the people who go psychotic over a cup because, like, when Yetis were big, when Hydro Flask were big, like, it wasn't like this. Do you know my dad had a Stanley Cup like thermos, like the big green ones, like the original like Stanley thermos, and like I'm wondering how much that thing's worth now. But anyway,
We should try to sell it on eBay.
I'm beside myself because people are going psycho like it's Poe, the Teletubby toy back in the 90s, being released on Black Friday, like punching each other over them. It's insane. There was a guy, I saw a video of a guy go behind like the Starbucks counter, the Target Starbucks or something, and was like, he grabbed a box. And so all these like people were trying to stop him and they were like punching him and they knocked him down. He still walked out with one. I was like, that thing's got to be dented. I'd be pissed.
Stanley Cups are like the new gold in the world.
And
like,
then it's just like,
you have a Stanley Cup.
but my thing is like, I think some of the people who like, if you buy, I don't care if you have one. That's not the thing. Like, if you're doing weird things with Stanley Cups or weird things for Stanley Cups, you need to be evaluated because there was a girl on TikTok who she's like, okay, get ready and prepare my cup with me. She literally like tore off the little wrap, you know, like the paper that goes around it that tells you like it's insulated. Here's how you wash it. La la la.
Yeah.
She's like taking it off very slowly. She laminates it. She puts it back on the cup and puts like these hot glue are these like glue sticky tabs and like sticks it back on. She's like, okay, now my Stanley Cup's ready to be used. And I'm like, if that was me, I would have just ripped that paper off and thrown it in the trash. Something's wrong with them. Moving on to
It's
other
a
people who
fucking
have something
cup,
wrong with
and
them.
it's like a whole personality.
It makes me want to accidentally knock them off.
Who are we moving on to?
Hold on, it lagged, I think.
Put a dent in it.
But I said I want to like knock it off and put a dent in it. But I know how that feels because I got a Hydro Flask like a year or two ago. I dropped that freaking thing like the first week I had it. So annoying.
It gives it character.
But I said other people who need to be evaluated are people who flip out about big ass gas stations.
It's a whole fucking personality. Like, it's just a fucking gas station. So let's move on.
One isn't it Wally's? One is Wally's, and then the other one is Buc-ee's.
Yep.
People are psycho. Like if you make Buc-ee's or Wally's your whole personality, like you just said, you also have something wrong with you. I'm like, that is like hillbilly behavior to me. Hillbilly behavior.
Mm,
Oh, Lord.
Hey, I guess we all have
So
our
yeah.
things, but
Those are
I
the
just don't
dumb
get down
people
with
around
gas
us.
stations and Stanley Cups.
I wouldn't not drink out of a Stanley Cup.
No?
I would still drink out of one. If someone got me a Stanley Cup, like I'll drink out of it. But
No, I couldn't because I've talked too much shit about Stanley Cups.
I'm not talking about the cup. I'm talking about the people who own the cups who are psycho.
Okay, but what if the cup has like a superpower that when you touch it, you become a psycho? You're like, I need all the fucking colors that Starbucks comes out with. Ah!
That's not them. That's Patricia.
I'm Patricia.
It always comes out like I'm always like that wasn't me. That was Patricia. Oh my god.
Shout out to your alternate personality.
We're nosy bitches and we're haters.
It is what it is. Y'all know what you got into when you decided to listen.
Yep. But you still love us, and that's all that matters.
That's right. That's right. Tell your friends about the Nosey Bitches because we want them to love us too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, one thing I know we're getting ready to be done. I have to go all the way back to celebrity gossip. One thing, because I feel like this needs to be addressed before it's over. Ariana Grande, her new song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and.
Yes, and.
And then part of the lyrics are like, why do you care so much whose bleep I ride?
Dick
and
I
it's
ride.
like everyone's like
it's SpongeBob's.
Everyone's like crushing her into the ground. They're like, you ruined a woman's family, you ruined a kid's family. And this guy is so hideous, it's embarrassing.
Uh-huh. SpongeBob fucking SquarePants.
I had to just comment on that because next week it would be irrelevant. But that's like all I've been seeing. Okay. I'm not diagnosed ADHD or ADD or anything, but I think that just proves a habit. I remember in high school at one point you were like, I'm done taking this medicine.
Did I really say that?
Yes, I was like, I don't think you can do that.
Hey, I did. You know what? Graduation came and I took myself off it. And then I got into college. I'm like, fuck, I need this medicine. College is hard.
Hey, your body needs what your body needs. Okay, guys. Well,
that's right.
I feel like that's all we have.
Thanks. Yeah, no. Thanks for tuning in this week. And please come back again next week.
And if you have any hometown stories you want to share with us, please do. Instagram.
Yes.
Right? Instagram. Is it the same on
Instagram at dirty bitch not dirty bitches. At Nosey Bitches
we might have to
24
change
on
the name of our
Instagram.
Okay. At
Dirty Bitches.
At Nosey Bitches 24.
24.
DM us. We tag us, what have you, and we'll try to touch on it because it is fun to talk about people.
Yeah, hey, and let us know if we can shout you out on the pod if you give us a story.
Yeah.
We know saying anonymous is important.
Yeah. All right.
But hey, if you want that shout out, let us know.
And
all right.
Since we're done, I guess we will.
See you next Tuesday.